Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the PSP. I am Drak. Let's get to it, shall we? So last time we came into the Mithril Mine just to collect a few more items to help us out with our newly discovered job class system. So now that we've gotten the items that we needed, we're actually getting ready to head out, and we're kind of done with the whole Sassane area. So we're also going to be helping Captain Cid. I'm calling him Captain Cid just because he has his own airship. We're going to help him get back to his home village of Canaan, because that's what we had to pay for in order to get the cool airship that he gave us. Now, one question that I might be getting from people is, like, is this my set job classes, or will I change over time? You bet your boots I'm going to be changing over time. There are going to be better classes that unlock in that time, so that's going to be awesome for me, and I intend to use that to the fullest. So this is just for the first set. I will probably promise that things will not change in the first two, but once we get to the later job classes, a lot will change. But we are now ready to go ahead and take care of the big rock in our way. And I actually went to the wrong area, because this is not where the big rock is. There we go, there's the big rock. And now we have taken care of it. Yay! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did we break the airship? We've only had it for 5 minutes. Whew. Alright, so apparently our airship is broken. Sorry, Cid. We meant to treat it well, but apparently we didn't. But thankfully, though, right next to where we broke the airship, crashed and burned, horrible flames, we were actually really close to the village of Canaan. So that really helps out, don't you think? Because here we go. Thank you for your help, lads. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. Sure thing, Cid. Because you're going to help us out in many, many, many games. I know, you'd probably want to get your hands on a new airship. Well, I'm the man for the job. Good, because we're going to probably break that one too. But you'll have to meet King Argus first. See, I only made the airship's hull. The king's the one who knows the secret of creating airship engines. Okay, so we need to meet this King Argus. Come see me again once you've spoken with King Argus. Okay, so now we have a goal. But Cid has left the party because we have taken him home. Aww. Cid, how long were you in our party? Like 5 minutes total? I'm not faulting him. He's home. We did our job. Now, in the village of Canaan, this is actually a really great place to start grinding, especially since I have new job classes. And with regular levels, there are now also job levels. And so this is a great time to start working on that because, as you might have been able to tell, my level is high. My job levels really, really aren't. They're all at level 1, except for the bear class that I've been using, I can't remember what this game's explanation of it is, but it's basically a bear. Alright, so with that, we actually did need to take a quick break while I went and grinded, just to get a couple of extra levels as well as job levels. And now we're going to continue on in Canaan, just to see what we can get done here. We're the Light Warriors, guys. We come to villages and we solve problems. It's what we do. Okay, so I believe we're going to first go over to Cid's place, because there's something to do there. Nope, we're going to go and get some equipment first. Look, it's the blacksmith! Refia can't run! That's not the case, but... And you can see he's got full-on mithril armor, so that's the game's progression telling you that you're in mithril armor from here on. At least for this point. And here's the magic shop, and I don't think we get anything big here as far as magic. We get thunder and poison, and we're going to want those for Arc. But they are expensive. But I believe I have already bought them. at this point, so that'll be helpful. Let's see. I've bought Thunder and Poison, so we're good. And here is the weapon shop. I don't think there really is anything here to get either, except we can clarify a few classes. Unfortunately, we still don't have anything for Refia, and that's just because instead of rods, white mages are fixed to staves, and we have not come across any staves yet. I do believe that hammers still come in this game, and I think that white mages can still use them, but I am not 100% sure on that. So at this point, I have stepped out of Canaan, probably just to get some more money, and then for a quick grinding break, just to get everything that I needed. Except now I'm just being indecisive. What the heck is going on with me? What is wrong with you, Drak? You can't decide where you're going. What the crap, man? I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing in Canaan. I know there's something to solve, I just can't remember what. Okay, so with that, I believe now we're going to go to Sid's house. We're going to hit the wellspring first, because why not? Oh yeah, we're full health. Nothing happens. Okay, come on. Load times are a little bit bad on the PSP version, but on the DS they weren't much better. Okay, this is Sid's house. Oh, and look, that must be Mrs. Sid. Mrs. Sid's gotten sick while I was away. Yeah, we can kind of tell. Don't worry, she'll be fine. If only I could get my hands on a bottle of elixir. Well, that's what we need to do. Because Sid's helped us out, so we need to help him out. So at this point, the goal in Canaan is to try and find an elixir so that we can help Mrs. Sid. I love it. She doesn't even have her own name. It's just Mrs. Sid. So we're going to help Mrs. Sid get better. And wow, their house is kind of empty if you look at it. And it just so happens that there is an elixir in Canaan. So all we have to do is go track it down, and then we're good. At this point, I'm probably just looking at a map in the strategy guide. Yes, I know, for shame. Sorry, guys, but in order to make this quick, I do have strategy guides. They're helpful. And this is one of the things that I like in the later games, is that eventually, if water isn't deep enough, then you can actually walk in it, which is really helpful. And I'm trying to think if... This is the point where I got a little concerned, because I'm like, if I walk down that waterfall, am I going to be able to get back up? And at this point, I am kind of looking at the map going, I still don't know if I can, and it's okay. For people who are going to walk in here anyway, it's perfectly fine. You can walk out after hitting that waterfall. There are other ways to get out. And it looks like I have figured that out at this point. There we go. Whee! And so what I am looking for is this chest right here, which gives us the elixir we need. How appropriate. If anybody got really, really sick, Canaan thought of them. So they put an elixir there for safekeeping. Now, it's unfortunate because they have to wait another couple of years because they have to afford an elixir again. And then, so at that time, nobody can get sick in the village. Let's just point that out right now. Nobody can get sick in the village. We good? Everybody understand? All right, we're good. Okay, and before we go to Mrs. Sid, I actually do want to uncover another thing we can come across in Canaan. It just so happens there's a girl sleeping in a bed. What's this all about?
Oh, Desch, my beloved Desch, when will you be back?
Oh boy, we got a Bella syndrome.
Why would you go into the mountains in the east where a dragon is said to dwell? And that would drive you to go to such a place alone.
Hey, do you think we should check out this dragon mountain? Well, if you want to meet Robert Pattinson, yes. Definitely. Let's go look for this Desch guy and bring him back here. Refia thinks he ran out on her. Alright, so this is just an interesting thing to find out now. But we've got to go help Mrs. Sid. And we have her elixir, so hopefully she hasn't died in the time that I've dawdled. Mrs. Sid's gotten sick while I was away. This is one of those points where I kind of forgot. Oh, yeah, new system in this game. Yeah, I'm not going to do a cough, guys. And there's the elixir. Oh, look.
My cough, it's gone. I feel better. Thank you all for helping me and Sid.
Thank you again. That'll be 2 I owe you all. Yeah, we're going to completely ignore the fact that I broke your airship.
You've all grown so much.
What? You've only been with us for a couple of days. We couldn't have grown that much. Oh, that's cute, Luneth. I just remembered. See that lamp on the wall? Push it. Okay, you want us to take your life savings, Sid? It'll open the way to the hangar where I used to park the old airship. There might be something in there that you can use. He does want us to rob his life savings. Alright, Sid, your loss. Okay, and there's the secret door. I love how secret doors get uncovered in this game. It's just, oh yeah, they were just there. Did you need a hint that they needed to be there? Heck no. Hints, why would you need a hint? Alright, so we got an iron arrow, blind, the spell blind, Phoenix down, that's helpful. Contained a golden needle, we're gonna need those. Gnomish bread, great bow, potions, and gnomish bread. Wow, this Sid had a thing for gnomish bread. Just saying. Oh, but there's an extra passage, and this gives us 2,000 gil, another 2,000 gil, Phoenix down, and another Phoenix down. So, yes, congratulations, we have officially robbed Sid of his life savings. 'Cause, you know, plot convenience. But that's okay, because we're gonna do good things with it? Well, that's the hope. We are the Light Warriors, after all. It's not like we can do evil deeds. There we go. Okay, so now that we have robbed Sid blind, it's on to the next task that we did take on, which just so happens to be what the girl in the inn was about. So, we need to go find her beloved. I swear, if there were t-shirts in this game, this girl would be Team Edward. Alright. So our next goal is actually this mountain right next to it, which is called Dragon Mountain. How appropriate, right? Or Dragon's Peak. Because a dragon is said to dwell here. Alright, and while we're making our way up the peak, this is usually the point in the LP where I talk about some other games that I have been playing and give people my opinion on them. In the last few weeks, in between recordings, I have not been able to play a whole lot. I've had a lot of things happen in my life. Specifically, we had a big review for the Ninja Turtles movie happen for Geek News Reviews and Opinions, which you can see on both the Drak and Shadow channel for Drak and Shadow's review, as well as the performed Renga we did with Romney in Studio Phantasma. So we did that, and then some serious life stuff happened. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that, because you'll probably hear me talk about it later, and I would prefer not to talk about it too many times, but the other thing also is that I had a family vacation happen after that, where I went with my in-laws to go to kind of a yearly vacation that they do, and so that took a lot of time. Have I not played any games? That's not true. I've played a few games, and I'll go into them a little bit, but I'm just warning people in advance that I haven't played a whole lot this week, or in the past weeks. One of which, and again, if I repeat myself, I apologize, because to my knowledge, I have not spoken on these. But one of the ones that I picked up was, if people remember, I beat Devil May Cry, and I decided in that part of the week for me to start taking on Red Dead Redemption, because a lot of people recommended that I play that. And I'm not too far into the game. I'm probably a couple hours in. I'm not hating it, but, you know, being I'm not the biggest fan of Westerns, it's taking a while for it to get me interested. I know I'm far enough that I was able to help get some horses for the ranch that helped me out. Or helped my character out, James Marsden, I think is it? It's Mr. Marsden, I know that much. Jim Marsden? That's gonna drive me nuts now. But I have taken on a few missions. I've helped out the local sheriff and done a few missions there, and it's okay. I don't have really anything big to say on it yet, just because I'm not too far in, and like I said, I don't like Westerns that much. I don't hate them, but I'm not the biggest of fans. So, it's okay from what I've played thus far. I have only a few gripes, and that's just the way the horses work, but that's not a whole lot. People have already asked me if this is going to be one of those games where I take on the DLC, especially since part of its DLC is a zombie expansion. Right now I'm leaning towards no, because I've said it again and again, I'm tired of zombies. I am really tired of zombies. So at this point, I always leave myself open, that if I decide to change my mind and go try it out, then I can do so. But most of the time, if it's zombie related, I don't take it on. Is that always the case? Not really. I took on the Borderlands DLC, so, I mean, there's a good chance that I'll probably do this one too. I have heard it's really good DLC for Red Dead Redemption, but we'll see when I get there. The game has to be good first, before I take on the DLC. I mean, the game has to motivate me to take on its DLC. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Red Dead so far. It's good. I don't really have any major complaints with it. Oh, and it looks like we've got a cutscene here. Uh-oh, that's a dragon. That's a very big dragon. Oh boy. That's a problem. And apparently he's as big as me. That's kind of deceptive. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Allergy season and all. It's always allergy season for me. Oh, and look at this. We are in the dragon's nest with baby dragons. Ah! I love this. And who's this guy? Could you be? I can't believe you let yourselves get caught by that dragon. Jerk. Like you're one to laugh. It got you too, didn't it? Well, yeah, you got me. The name's Desch. Nice to meet you all. AKA Robert Pattinson, AKA Team Desch, AKA Team Edward. Oh, big dragon again. The dragon's back. Let's get out of here. I agree wholeheartedly, Desch. Let's do it. Don't even think about fighting that thing. So this is one of those deceptive sequences. Listen to me and just run. Run away. Run away. This is kind of a deceptive way for the game to teach you to run, or how to run away. And basically it says, this guy is too powerful, you need to run. That's your only option here. Because if I continue to try and fight this guy, I'm going to get my butt handed to me. As you saw right there, holy crap, Ark. Ark didn't even have a chance, man. Whew, I'm glad we got out of that. I'm sure you are, Desch. Here, why don't you take this? It's a scroll for the magic spell Mini. Turns out I'm not attuned to the magics enough to use it, but maybe you can. Okay, so let's give me Mini. In return, let me tag along wherever you're headed. You see, I kind of lost my memory. The only thing I know is my name and nothing else. Well, you're going to be handy on this trip, aren't you? Sure, I don't mind. Is that okay with you? Uh-oh. Why are you asking me? You're a girl. We're afraid you're gonna go Team Edward on us. Ah, never mind. Hey, Desch, did you know that Selena's been worried sick about you? Waiting for you to come back? Uh-oh. I knew it. Yeah. But see, even though I lost my memory, I know there's something I gotta do out here. Okay. Well, that's vague. Well, I'm sure it'll sort itself out somehow. I've got you guys to count on. Because the power of friendship and the heart of the cards. So Desch has given us the spell Mini as well as join the party. He's our secondary party member. Come on, guys, let's jump! Yeah! This does not sound like a good plan. But it's Desch's plan, so apparently we're going with it. And obviously this has put us in a completely different place, because the dragon has a different place for his nest. Well, that's kind of a frustration. But we now have the spell Mini, and in this game, Mini plays a big role, because there will be areas that you have to go miniature to discover treasure, to discover plot, things like that. So this is going to be a big deal, and it's also kind of frustrating because it's a white magic and it's fairly high. So at that point, I can use it up really quick. Now I'm over here at what's called Healing Copse.
I came to take care of the strange water back to the Gnomish village in the southern woods. Only gnomes can enter that village. Here, I have one extra scroll of the spell Mini. Use it to shrink yourselves, and you can go to Tozus, the village of the gnomes.
Yes, as you can tell, I was talking to a gnome. This was Square's weird way of trying to introduce other races like dwarves and gnomes. Okay, so unfortunately I made a little bit of a bad because I forgot how all party members in the menu works, and what they did in this game was they made it a menu option. And the only way to get into Tozus is that all four of you don't control Desch. All four of you are miniaturized. That's the only way to get access into Tozus. So at this point, we're actually gonna see my mistake, and yeah, I kind of laugh at it now, but it was kind of silly to do while I was live recording the thing. And this is at the point where I'm kind of looking at the strategy guide, going, okay, I know there's a village here, but I can't remember how to get into it. And it's like I said, you have to be miniaturized. So that's kind of what I did wrong, is I only had 2 casts, and there's an all party members button. And since I already had 1 cast, Mini cancels itself out. And now I'm in trouble. The other problem with Mini is that obviously it is still a status ailment. So if you have physical classes in your lineup, they're not going to do anything. Their attack gets significantly dampened. And magic casters, not so much, but that's just because, you know, the mind is more their thing. So unfortunately, I'm kind of in trouble. Because I don't have any more mini charges. I actually think at this point maybe I can get one of my other party members to use mini, because he has charges. That's not the case, guys. So this is one of those times where I'm kind of frustrated and kicking myself in the shins right now, because I don't have all four party members miniaturized. So I have to go right back to the Healing Copse, which just so happens to have a healing wellspring. Which will restore my charges. Now I will also say during story mode, when I'm not grinding, I will try and run as much as I can, just to keep the story going. This is not Final Fantasy II. I don't have to fight everybody now. Yeah. We get it. Use the spell Mini. Blah, blah, blah. You've already told me this. And obviously I'm not getting anything out of this. And Drak has not gotten the idea yet. It's okay. He'll get it eventually. Okay. There we go. So now I have all 4 working on that. This was a point where I actually tried to change Luneth into a white mage and get him to cast Mini so that I could move forward. I didn't need to do that, unfortunately. All I needed to do was go back to the healing cups and restore. So now I'm kind of shrunken, as you can see on the world map. That's the status element acting, and here we are going to the village of Tozus. But that's actually going to be it for this week. So when we get back, we're going to go into the gnomish village of Tozus, and we're going to continue our quest. But in the meantime, I am Drak, and this has been a Let's Play of Final Fantasy III for the PC.